two podcasts, people. We had a long two podcasts in the member section. Okay, right there. Hold on 1 second, people. We had a long two podcasts in the member section, people. If you're not a member, hit that join button, people. If you're not a member, hit that join button. Gloria, that lady that sings "I Will Survive." You know what I'm saying? We did a report on her uh, on the podcast, which is in the members section, and it seemed that either she gonna be sacrificed or well it's in the members section. So join the join section of this. You know what I'm saying? Welcome everybody to another edition of the ISPC Truth Evening News Hour show. As you know, no Bible study class tonight. So we're just going to go over some of these news stories for the evening edition. Make sure you guys hit them subscribe buttons. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Um, hit that like button, get us in the algorithms. People, hit that like button, get us in the algorithms. What else? What else we got? That like button. What else we got? Oh, we got the 24-hour prayer line number. You need prayer 24 hours, 7 days a week. We're here to pray for you. We're just going to go over some of these news articles and break these news articles down. Then we're going to get up out your hair. Then we got to go and get prepared for the Bible study class. I mean, not the Bible study class. Tea Talk in the morning. Let's see. Alexa, resume. Alexa, press play.
Resuming NPR News now, from Amazon Music. NPR News, August 28, 2025, 6 p.m. EDT.
Dead, 18 others, mostly children, injured, had a, quote, deranged fascination with past mass shooters. Police Chief Brian O'Hara says Robin Westman had many disturbing writings that described hatred against many individuals and groups of people.
This is an unthinkable, completely senseless act. Violence perpetrated against children worshiping at Mass. And no investigation, no evidence will ever be able to make sense of such an unthinkable tragedy.
Authorities say they recovered 116 shotgun rounds fired into the church, along with 3 rifle casings. The children and adults were at the first Mass of the school year in the church when the shooter began firing through the windows. And now families across the country are dealing with
Alexa,
how to...
pause. When did this happen? Did this happen yesterday? Today's Thursday. This happened yesterday. Yes, it was. This happened yesterday, right? Wednesday. The 4th day of the week. You know, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. These are the names of Babylonian gods. We go by numbers, right? The first day of the week is Sunday. The second day of the week is Monday. The third day of the week is Tuesday. The fourth day of the week is Wednesday. What is being celebrated here? What is it? Let me see. Alexa, what is the Babylonian god that Wednesday is named after? Alexa, what is the Babylonian god that Wednesday is named after?
From quickanddirtytips.com. They named Tuesday for Ares, their savage god of war, Wednesday for Hermes, the messenger of the gods, a trickster, and the god of commerce.
So Wednesday is named the messenger of the gods, a trickster, a god of commerce. This is a trickster. So that's what this it is. Alexa, what is the attributes of the Babylonian god that's named after Wednesday?
From theconversation.com. Wednesday is named for the god Woden, who is paralleled with the Roman god Mercury, probably because both gods shared attributes of eloquence, the ability to travel, and the guardianship of the dead.
Yeah. Did the God that they was worshiping when they was doing this, the fourth day of the week, they do these on Babylonian God days because they be worshiping the Babylonian gods. This is, you know what I'm saying? Because we know, listen, and now I'm not trying to be racist, but the Bible is only for the Israelites. So there should be no Catholic or Christian church for no other nation. Because what is the so-called Catholic or Christian churches based on? The Bible. And the Bible is for the Israelites. Anyway, Alexa, resume. Alexa, press play.
Resuming NPR News now, from Amazon Music. NPR News, August 28, 2025, 6 p.m. EDT.
Yet another school shooting to their own children as they worry about school safety. NPR's Windsor Johnston has more.
Children were inside the church when the gunfire began. Some were praying, others were hiding. Now, families are being forced to explain why a
Alexa,
place.
pause. Someone's praying to who? Praying to who? Because I almost can guarantee you there was no black people in this church. There was no black kids in this church. Who were they praying to? Alexa, press play. Alexa, resume. Alexa, press play.
Resuming NPR News now, from Amazon Music. NPR News, August 28, 2025, 6 p.m. EDT.
Supposed to be safe suddenly wasn't. Psychologist Melissa Breimer advises parents to check in with themselves before talking to their kids.
Take that breath, acknowledge that what feelings are coming up, and then have that conversation with your child about first what have they heard about the event and what do they need before they go to school.
Mental health experts say it's crucial to let children talk, ask questions, and feel what they feel, especially when violence hits close to home. Windsor Johnston, NPR News.
The UN Secretary General says the Israeli moves to take over Gaza City will have devastating consequences for civilians who are already traumatized by war. NPR's Michelle Kellerman reports Antonio Guterres is again calling for a ceasefire and the release of all the hostages.
Less than a week after UN-backed experts declared a famine in northern Gaza, Secretary General Antonio Guterres urged Israel to allow in more aid. He says the starvation of the
Alexa,
civilian...
pause. How would they allow in more aid and the Arabs didn't get the first aid? Because every time the Arabs try to go and get the aid, the Israelis pop, 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 unaliven them. Alexa, press play. Alexa, press play.
Resuming NPR News now, from Amazon Music. NPR News, August 28, 2025, 6 p.m. EDT.
must never be used as a method of warfare.
No more excuses, no more obstacles, no more lies.
Israel denies there's a famine in northern Gaza. President Trump has called it a terrible situation that is coming to a head. He says he thinks there will be a conclusive ending in 2 to 3 weeks. He and his aides met with Israeli officials on Wednesday to discuss a post-war future for Gaza. Michelle Kellerman, NPR News, the State Department.
Wall Street higher by the closing bell. You're listening to NPR News from Washington. Today marks 70 years since the lynching of Emmett Till, a black teenager from Chicago who was visiting family in Mississippi. It was a watershed moment that galvanized the civil rights movement. NPR's Debbie Elliott reports on a new artifact being unveiled today at the state's Civil Rights Museum, the murder weapon.
On August 28, 1955, white men kidnapped, tortured, shot, and dumped 14-year-old Emmett Till in the Tallahatchie River after he whistled at a white shopkeeper, one of their wives. Now the state has the gun. Nan Prince is Director of Collections for the Mississippi Department of Archives and History.
This is a pistol that we believe is the weapon that was used to kill Emmett Till.
It's been something that I've always wondered about for 70 years.
That's Till's cousin, Wheeler Parker, the last living witness to what
Alexa,
happened.
pause. Why are we this is like an insult. So they got the pistol that unalived the black boy Emmett Till on display in a museum. Let me tell you how much this is an insult. If somebody unalived one of your children and the pow that they use to unalive one of your children is on display in the museum for everybody to view and look at, is that something good? No, it's not. Especially not to the parent of the children that was pow. That's not nothing good. Oh, look at the pow that unalived this black boy. No. Now, if you dragged in the corpse of the people that was involved in unaliving Emmett Till, and you put them on display in a museum, now that is more justice. And that would be more right? To drag in the corpse of the individuals that did this to Emmett Till and put fractured bones on display. Now that would be more better, but to have a pow and put that on display, yeah, look, this is the garden. That's kind of like, you know what I'm saying, what they did to us in slavery, how they emancipated us. You know what I'm saying? They chopped our scrotum off and they put it on a mantle in their home as a trophy. That's what they're doing here. They putting a trophy on display of what killed this nigger boy. I mean, that's just my opinion. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, people. Hit that subscribe button. You'll tune into the ISBC Truth News Hour Evening Edition. You know what I'm saying? Being that we don't have Bible study class at night, I'm just going over the different news headlines that's in the news. Alexa, press play. Alexa, press play.
Resuming NPR News now, from Amazon Music. NPR News, August 28, 2025, 6 p.m. EDT.
Related to it, it helped brings closure as far as I'm concerned.
Debbie Elliott, NPR News, Jackson, Mississippi.
The average rate on a 30-year mortgage fell this week. Mortgage buyer Freddie Mac says the rate is now 6.56%, down slightly from last week, and that's the lowest level in 10 months. Rates for the popular 15-year mortgage were unchanged from last week, holding steady at 5.69%. On Wall Street, the Dow was up 71 points, Nasdaq up 115 points, S&P 500 up 20 points to a new record close. You're listening to NPR News.
Listen to this podcast sponsor-free on Amazon Music with a Prime membership or any podcast app by subscribing to NPR News Now Plus at plus.npr.org. That's plus.npr.org.
Playing NPR News, August 28th,
Okay, Alexa,
2020.
stop. Okay, that's one news outlet. Let's go to another one. This is fair use for educational purposes only. Alexa, give me Al Jazeera News Podcast. Alexa, give me Al Jazeera News Podcast.
Playing Al Jazeera news updates from Amazon Music. Resuming Israeli strikes across Gaza. Weeks of record-breaking rain causes floods in Pakistan.
From Gaza City.
Alexa, give me latest episode.
Playing Al Jazeera news updates from Amazon Music. Here's the latest episode. Germany, France and UK to reimpose sanctions on Iran. Israel resumes strikes on Yemen.
Al Jazeera Podcasts.
The European bloc known as the E3 has triggered the process to reimpose UN sanctions on Iran. France, the UK and Germany did it by using what is called the snapback mechanism. It's something which is embedded in the 2015 nuclear deal. European leaders threatened to bring back the sanctions lifted under that agreement if Iran didn't allow inspectors and resume talks. Israeli forces are pushing deeper into Gaza City, destroying neighborhoods and forcing thousands of Palestinians from their homes. More than 60 people have been killed across the Strip Thursday. Gaza's government media office is accusing the Israeli military of promoting lies and false allegations to forcibly displace Palestinians. In a statement, it says Israel's claims about the existence of so-called vast empty spaces in southern Gaza are false and contradictory to the facts on the ground.
Alexa,
It
pause.
says the southern and central
Alexa,
areas...
pause. You hear that? The claims that the Israelis is using to go into Gaza are false. The claims that the Arabs have Israeli hostages are false. They are just making the claims just an excuse to go in and cause this manufactured famine with these Arabs and destroy these Arabs so that because they want the land. They want the land. And there ain't gonna be no ceasefire until they get it. And look what they doing now, Iran. They putting sanctions on Iran, and that's who you don't want to mess with. Alexa, press play.
Resuming Al Jazeera news updates from Amazon Music. Germany, France and UK to reimpose sanctions on Iran. Israel resumes strikes on Yemen.
completely crowded with more than 1.2 million people forcibly displaced who've fled the ongoing bombardment. The Israeli military has issued forced evacuation threats telling Palestinians to move towards Deir al-Bala and al-Mawasi, where there have almost been daily attacks, despite Israel designating them so-called safe zones. Hundreds of staff of the United Nations have written to the body's human rights chief, Volker Turk, demanding he label Israel's war on Gaza a genocide. They say the legal criteria has been met, pointing to the scale, scope and nature of violations documented there. Meanwhile, the UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres says starving civilians must never be used as a weapon of war. He accused Israel of blocking life-saving aid to Gaza, calling it a deliberate act that defies basic humanity. Independent UN experts have raised concerns over reports of enforced disappearances at distribution sites run by the notorious Gaza Humanitarian Foundation. In a joint statement, they say the disappearances of starving Palestinians trying to get food amounts to torture. Israeli forces have repeatedly targeted crowds near GHF sites. More than 2,000 people have been killed while trying to get food across Gaza since May. Israel has renewed attacks on Yemen's capital Sana'a, striking what the military says were Houthi targets. Images from the city show the impact of strikes in the
Alexa, pause. These are devils. These are devils. To starve somebody out, and then when they come, they try to get food, you use that against them to unalive them? These people are truly the devil that the Bible speaks about. Alexa, get me Revelation chapter 2 verse 9.
According to the King James Bible, Revelation 2:9 reads, I know thy works, and tribulation, and poverty, but thou art rich, and I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews, and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan.
That's who they are. They are truly the synagogue of Satan. Alexa, press play.
Resuming Al Jazeera news updates from Amazon Music. Germany, France and UK to reimpose sanctions on Iran. Israel resumes strikes on Yemen.
The Houthi group is refuting claims that some of its leaders have been wounded.
Coming up on The Take, what's behind Trump's decision to send thousands of troops?
Pause. All right, I think that's all the news. Let me see. Alexa, give me 10-10 wins.
10-10 wins from Odyssey.
Best of it out north Van Deegen. Best out of the Bronx. 10 minutes into the Lincoln. No more than 10 to 15 out. About 15 to 20 home at the Holland. On the Jersey side, a crash on the outbound Skyway, knocking out the right lane. Inbound Skyway, a standstill to Tonnelle Avenue. Newark Bay Extension, it works out better either way. Verrazano, Brooklyn bound. Getting on to the upper level is a better idea. Verrazano,
Alexa,
Brooklyn bound.
pause. Hello? Uh-huh. All right. Okay. All right, let me go ahead and finish up what I'm doing over here. All right. Okay, all right. Alexa, press play.
Trouble right now in the form of police activity. Staten Island bound Goethals extra slow. Outer Bridge does better, leaving New Jersey. And across the Upper East with the Mets game underway, the RFK and Whitestone are still slow, but the Grand Central and the Whitestone Expressway, all of that is getting better. Greg Rice, 10-10 wins at 92.3 FM.
In response to at least 15 people being shot in the Bronx since last weekend, Mayor Adams surging 1,000 additional police officers into the borough heading into the Labor Day weekend.
To hear when they do gang takedowns, and you look at the ages, 15, 16, 17-year-olds who are finding it more tolerable to carry guns and end disputes with bullets.
The mayor held a press conference at the Haven Park basketball courts in Baychester with Bronx DA Darcel Clark.
We have to start holding those responsible for putting those guns in the hands of the young people.
With the unofficial end of summer this weekend, more people will be out on the streets, so the mayor says they'll do what they can to put a stop to the violence. Also a big problem in the Bronx, ghost cars, the most in the city.
They're speeding on our streets, not paying tolls, and have fake plates. We're talking about ghost cars, which investigators say they're finding the most in the Bronx.
I think paper plate. I think, somebody stole a plate and put it on a car.
Councilmember Gail Brewer says the people behind the wheel driving these cars know exactly what they're doing.
But in this case, you can actually buy illegal plates online. The plate and the registration don't match at all. They don't pay their fines, the owners, and they commit more infractions in terms of traffic laws.
Oftentimes, these cars have expired, mismatched, or fraudulent plates, and sometimes none at all. Mary Lynn Buckley, 1010 wins on 92.3 FM.
Speaking of none at all, that was the case yesterday with this situation with an NYPD officer who was killed in a hit-and-run crash. The truck driver, police say, was involved there on the BQE, has now been arrested. 30-year-old Carlos Almanzar Toribio has been charged with leaving the scene of a deadly accident and operating an unregistered vehicle without a license plate. The off-duty officer, whose name has not been released, was on a motorcycle at the time of that fiery crash. The ensuing investigation yesterday shut down the BQE. A diner that's been serving Brooklyn Heights for 42 years is shutting down forever tonight.
The Park Plaza Diner means a lot of things to a lot of people.
This place has been a neighborhood institution.
It's been valuable for as long as it's been here.
A lot of memories.
I feel at home here.
It's been around since 1982, started by a Greek immigrant, Dimitri Likorenzos' father. The diner has been Dimitri's life.
I'm happy, I'm honored, I'm grateful.
and I love people. That's why I'm in this business.
And the people love him, but he says since 2018, the diner has been losing money and it never recovered from the pandemic. Mac Rosenberg, 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM in Brooklyn Heights.
The Tyree Nichols case back in the news tonight. 3 former Memphis police officers convicted in connection with the January 2023 beating death of a man that was caught on video have been granted a new trial.
U.S. District Judge Cheryl Littman ordered the new trial after defense attorneys argued that the presiding judge was biased. Tadarius Bean, Demetrius Haley, and Justin Smith were found guilty last year of witness tampering in the investigation of the death of Tyree Nichols after he ran from a traffic stop.
Correspondent Christopher Cruz. The officers caught up with Nichols steps from his home, punched, kicked, and hit him with a police baton. Video of the beating captured by a police poll camera showed the officers milling about, talking, and laughing as Nichols cried out for his mother. He died 3 days later. 74 degrees and cloudy. Going to be mostly cloudy, not quite as cool tonight. Could see a stray shower late north and west.
Alexa, pause. All right, that's the news, people. That is the news. I think that's all we're going to do. That's all we're going to do, people. Nothing else in the news. Go ahead and get up out of here, people. We're going to go ahead and get up out of here. And we're going to see you guys tomorrow afternoon for the breaking news. Tomorrow evening for the Illuminati Radio Podcast. Illuminati Radio Podcast for members. Click on that join button to be a member. The breaking news tomorrow afternoon for everybody. The news is for everybody. The exclusive Illuminati Radio Podcast is for the members. All right, I think we're going to wrap that up, people. Gotta get ready to go. I think we're going to wrap that up. Make sure you guys tap on them like buttons. People tap on those like buttons. Get us in the algorithm. Tap on them like buttons. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. I think that's all for the news, people. That's all for the news. Yeah. Don't forget we have a 24-hour prayer line number. That prayer line number is 310-365-6816. It's prayer line number. Don't forget the Bible study prayer line number. If you want to call into the Bible study class, that Bible study prayer line number is 978-890-8900. And the access code is 365-310#. That's tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. Hello? Hello?
Are you there?
Yes, I am.
Hi, this is Ember. How are you doing?
Okay.
I am calling to talk about your last car accident. In the past 2 years, that was not your mistake, and you did not receive your compensation. Is this correct?
That's correct.
Let me bring a claim investigator on the line. He will give you more information on how you can get this compensation money.
Thank you so much for holding on the line. My name is Mike with Accident Claims Helpline. How are you doing today?
Okay.
Good to know that. Well, ma'am, the reason of my call is just to confirm, were you involved in a car wreck in past 2 years?
Yes.
Okay, so when did your accident happen, ma'am? In 2024 last year or in this year 2025?
2024 last year, April 4th, 2024.
April of last year?
Yes.
2024, okay. And ma'am, what type of injury you were sustaining in that accident? Like back pain, neck pain,
Yeah,
or whiplash?
neck and back.
neck and back. And did you visit to the hospital or to the doctor and seek a continuous medical treatment for your injuries?
Yes, I did.
And ma'am, you were the driver or you was the passenger?
Passenger?
Okay, you was the passenger. All right, ma'am, can you please describe the scenario of your accident in few words? What happened in that accident, ma'am?
Just would hit head on. Pow! Just hit head on.
Okay, somebody hit your vehicle from the front side
Yes.
and that was the other person's fault?
Yes, yes, it was. The other person ran. The other person ran a red light. Yes.
Okay, so ma'am, did you already receive the compensation money for your injuries through the insurance companies or not?
Not yet. I'm waiting on it.
Okay, and do you already have a lawyer who representing you right now? Did you hire any attorney?
Yes, yes.
Oh, you already have a lawyer?
I have one. Yes.
Do you sign any paperwork with them?
Not yet.
So it's mean you don't hire anyone, okay? You just talk with them, right, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay, so that's going to be no, and no worries, ma'am. We will definitely help you out to get the compensation money with free legal consultation. What that means, you do not have to pay a single penny from your pocket, and you don't have to go anywhere, okay?
Okay.
So, ma'am, including your vehicle, how many cars were involved in that accident? Just two?
Just two.
And what was the zip code where you had the accident?
90210. 902. Yes.
Okay, that
Yes.
90210, right, ma'am?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, let me check here. Okay. So your accident happened in Beverly Hills, California, right?
That's correct.
Okay, so ma'am, based on the information you provided me so far makes you perfectly qualified for the compensation money. That will be $50,000 or maybe more than that or maybe less than that. It's totally depend on your situation, like your pains and your injuries. You understand that?
Yes.
So let me ask you some basic questions and then I connect your call with one of my verification department and they can proceed you further for the compensation money what you deserve. So how old are you, ma'am? What's your age?
56.
76. And may I have your date of birth, please?
8. You got that? Hello? 8/22/19 8/22/1950. And I said I didn't say I was 56. I said I was 75.
You are 75 years
Yes.
old?
Yes. 8
Okay.
22 8/22/1950.
Okay. And how to pronounce your first and last name?
SUSAN Smith.
Miss Susan Smith, right?
Yes.
Okay, so Miss Susan, let me just submit the short application here and then I connect your call with one of my verification department and they just ask you some yes or no questions about your car accident and you have to answer them in yes or no, so they will definitely help you out to get the compensation money with free legal consultation as soon as possible, okay ma'am?
Okay.
Okay, and Miss Susan, like, do you have any middle initial in your name? Do you use any middle name?
No.
Okay, and you know who is Susan Smith?
Huh?
You know who is Susan? Susan Smith?
Yeah, I just told you that's me.
Yes, that was you. But one another Susan. She was from South Carolina. Did you hear about that?
No.
No. Okay.
I'm pretty sure there's I'm pretty sure there's many Susans. I know I'm not the only you know.
Okay. But I'm talking about the famous Susan Smith.
The famous Susan Smith?
You know who is convicted? Yes, the famous who is convicted.
Convicted?
Yes, convicted of killing her boys by strapping them into a car.
I never know. I never heard of that one.
Oh, you never heard with that one. Okay. And your accident happened in California.
It was on the
right?
news? It was on the news?
Yes, maybe. Definitely it is on the news.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
But it is a very old story, ma'am.
Oh, it's an
so,
older
ma'am,
story.
like your accident happened in California, right?
Say it again?
Your accident happened in California,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Okay. How long you have been here in California?
I told you since April 4th, 2024.
2021?
I said April 4th, 2024.
And how long you have been here in California?
Oh, a long time.
Okay, you spend a lot of time in California.
Yes.
Okay, well, Miss Susan, here I need your permission to connect your call with one of our attorney's office. Even if your number on any kind of state or federal do not call list. Is that okay with you, Miss Susan?
Say it again?
I say, here I need your permission to connect your call with one of my licensed agent, one of our attorney's office, even if your number on any kind of state or federal do not call list. Is that okay with you, ma'am?
Oh, okay,
Do
okay.
I have your permission?
Yes.
Okay. So, Miss Susan, let me repeat all the information that you provided me to make sure we both are on same page. And if I was wrong, you can stop me right there, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so you were involved in a car wreck. Your accident happened on April of 2024. You was injured. You got neck and back pain. And you visit to the hospital and you seek a continuous medical treatment for your injuries. Right, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay, and you was a passenger. Somebody hit your car from the front side and that was not your fault. That was the other person's fault, right?
Yes.
Okay, and you didn't receive any penny for your injuries and you don't have a lawyer who representing you right now, correct, ma'am?
Correct.
Okay, so your accident happened in Beverly Hills, California with the zip code is 90210.
Yes.
Right, Miss Susan?
Yes.
Okay, so just bear with me for a moment and let me connect your call, ma'am. Let me check who is available for you and let me find the best person for you, okay?
Okay.
And Miss Susan, just remember that first they might confirm from you. Would you like to speak with lawyer, speak with attorney? You have to tell them yes because he would be the right person, okay?
Okay.
Okay, here we go, ma'am. I really appreciate your time and patience, ma'am.
All calls are recorded for quality assurance. To see how much your case may be worth.
Hi, this is Andres.accident.com. Please only be recorded for quality assurance. Can I have the client name, please?
Yes, I have Susan Smith with me on the line. She got in a car wreck on April of last year, 2024. Please, can you please go ahead and take over the call?
Yes, I'm here.
Thank you. Hi, good afternoon, Ms. Smith. So just to confirm, are you interested in speaking with a lawyer about your auto accident case?
Yes.
All right. So just to confirm, can you tell me in which state did the accident happen?
California.
California, okay. And now can you tell me the month and year of the accident, please?
Yes, April 4th, 2024.
April 4th, 2024, okay. All right, also, okay, in case we get disconnected, we have the number 310-365-6816.
Yes.
And that will be asking you a few additional questions, okay?
Yes. Where's your law firm located, and what kind of what's the name of your law firm?
We're not a law firm, ma'am. I'm sorry. We are intake specialists at accident.com. We actually help you to find a law firm to help you with your claim.
Oh, who was the guy I was just speaking to?
Seems like they're also intake specialists, ma'am. So they just connected a call with us.
So wait a minute, hold on. So the last call. Hello? Yes, what happened?
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead, please.
Yes, what's going on? Can you hear me?
Okay, but are you? Yes, ma'am. Are you
Wait a minute.
consultation with a lawyer?
Yeah, what was that noise? It sounded like music. Hello?
Okay. There's nothing playing in the background,
What?
ma'am.
It's like you put me
Can
on
you hear
hold.
anything? I'm not able.
It's like you put me on hold for a minute, and then you came back. Oh, you put me on hold? So people, if you get a phone call from some East Indians talking about an accident claim and all this other garbage, just know that that's a scam. These East Indians are something else. They are something else. Now, this is how they get information to now what this scam was about was to get your information so that they can file the claim on the behalf of your accident that occurred, and now they are getting your settlement check. Same thing that they do with the SNAP benefits. Nothing's hacked. You have to voluntarily give it. You notice I gave them all fake information. I gave them all fake information. That's how it works. Don't get scammed, people. Don't get scammed. We're going to wrap that up, people. You know what I'm saying? We're going to see you guys tomorrow afternoon for the news, people. I got to get some rest. I got a lot of things to do, people. I got to get ready for Saturday. Saturday, I got a gathering I got to go to. You know what I'm saying? If you're in the North Carolina area and you want to, you're welcome to come. Like I think I told you guys this before. If you're in the North Carolina area and you want to come to a special gathering meeting, you know what I'm saying? You're welcome to do so. Just send your email to capital LAMICK19 at outlook.com. That's capital LAMICK19 at outlook.com. And let us know that you want to come to the gathering. We got to check you out first to see if you qualify to come to the gathering, because there's a lot of scoffers and nut jobs on social media. And we got to check you out first, and you have to let us know before, but you got to let us know tonight, because if you let us know tomorrow, it's going to be too late. And Saturday, it's definitely going to be too late. But anyway, we got to go. See you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow afternoon for news. The news.